Hi, this is Joe again with another review, and we'll be doing the movie that should have won the 2012 uh, Academy Award for Best Picture, which was Zero Dark 30. Of course, this is the movie that's based on the manhunt for Osama bin Laden. It's directed by Catherine Bigelow, who directed the I think it was like 2009 Oscar winner, The Hurt Locker. And this is a follow-up to that film. Of course, this movie details in graphic details the hunt for bin Laden. And it stars it stars Jessica Chastain as Maya, who is a CIA operative whose job it was to hunt Bin Laden down. And of course she succeeds after of the manhunt for 10 years. It does cover the whole 10 years uh, pretty thoroughly in a movie that lasts 2 hours and 37 minutes. So it is a pretty long movie, but it's well worth sitting down there and watching, despite the fact that the liberal media and liberal Hollywood blasted this movie to the point that pretty much prevented this film from winning the Oscar. And of course, stiffing Jessica Chastain winning the Oscar for Best Actress. Um, like I said earlier in my previous video for Oscar's Biggest School Jobs, I went into detail on how the movie got shafted. But for this video, we'll be doing an actual review of Zero Dark 30. The movie itself is, of course, is a pretty basic. I mean, it is based on the story of on how the CIA and other U.S. federal agents tracked Bin Laden down to the compound in Pakistan, because the Pakistanis were actually housing Bin Laden and hiding him there, even though despite the fact that they were actually allies with the United States. So they actually in the short run they actually stiffed the United States by keeping him there, which actually stiffed the United States. But there were several parts of this film that was actually were highlights for me. There's one particular scene where one of the other CIA agents actually negotiated a deal with one of the couriers for Bin Laden. What I mean when a particular CIA, like an abandoned base someplace, an abandoned CIA base, and meanwhile the guy decided to school them and blew himself up and killed and took down about 9 others with him. So that sequence was pretty dramatic, and how Jessica Chastain acted off of that. I mean, she really one of the few times in the movie where a character broke down. Uh, but of course there was one particular chase where they're tracing a cell phone of a particular courier or one of Bin Laden's couriers to the compound in Pakistan. And then of course the Gurata is of course the last 20 roughly 25 minutes of the film where they actually showed the raid that eventually killed Bin Laden, which of course is the whole highlight for the movie. But you have to wait like 2 hours, a little more than 2 hours into the film before you actually physically see that raid. And of course, when Bin Laden was actually killed, you didn't actually see the actual kill shot, you just heard it. And when the other Navy SEALs got up there, said, "I did it. I got him. I killed him. I can't believe I killed him." It was the guy who, of course, especially in 2014, he actually, and last year, 2014, of course, earlier this year, 2015, he, uh, announced that he was the one who actually physically killed Bin Laden, and he wrote a book on it. But for the movie, naturally, of course, he admitted that he was the one who fired the shot that killed him. And of course, everybody said, "Oh, just made history, buddy. You just made history." You know all those people that he killed could not, they didn't go that far, but now all those people rest in peace now. Now that Milan is dead, and of course the really the last part of the film was they took the body back to the base where the Navy SEALs flew out of to go do this raid. And of course, the Jessica Chastain character was um, there to confirm that they killed him. So she unzipped the body bag and identified the body, and she didn't even say yes, it's him, which you probably would typically see in a movie like this. Uh, the person would say, yeah, yeah, you got him. She does open the bag, her eyes bug down, jaw drops, and she goes, yeah. She just nodded her head, yes. And one of the SEALs says, yes, it's confirmed. The CIA operative that's here confirmed, yes. And she goes, yes, it's the girl. And throughout the whole movie, very few times she was announced by her name. When she goes to a new area or a new base or something, go, oh, yeah, the girl, oh, you're the girl, huh? You're the girl, huh? And there was that type of stuff through the whole film. And of course, the very last scene was the scene where she's in the airplane. It looks like she's going to be transported back to the United States because her mission was over. Because that was her mission, to get and kill Milan. And when she's on the plane, there was a soldier on the plane. He says, you can have any seat you want. You're the only uh, passenger here. And it must be really important because you're the only passenger we're going to have on this plane. We're not going to have anybody else. Uh, and then when the soldier left to go into the cockpit, I guess, she just sat there. It was like real good close up, like almost the same close up we're using with the camera here. And she just broke down and cried. And that's how, the movie ended. But of course, on the DVD, they do have couple bonus features. One on Jessica Chastain, another one how they rebuild the compound, um, and another one I think on the director Catherine Bigelow, and and how they had to physically rebuild this compound here, which is on the top of the picture here on the DVD. Because after the raid, the military they eventually dropped the bomb on it and destroyed the compound. So because the compound was actually destroyed, and of course obviously in the film they didn't actually physically film there, they had to. I think they filmed the movie in Jordan, and they used Jordan as most of the scenes in this film. They had to pretty much rebuild the compound by scratch. So one of the features is how they did that. Now I'm going to go, since I have some time left. I'm going to discuss the controversy. Keith told me you didn't see my previous video on the Oscar school job video. The reason why it did not win the Oscar for Best Picture. For those of you who don't know, Argo, the movie was directed by Ben Affleck, beat out Zero Dark Thirty for Best Picture. And I think Ben Affleck also beat out Catherine Bigelow for Best Director as well. The reason for that was, well, Argo was also based on a true story where the Iran hostages in 1980 into 1981. They were held for like 444 days, and how they were escaped. Which I'm not saying it's not a good story or anything else, but it was inaccurate because it made Jimmy Carter, who was the president of the United States at the time, into a hero, which was actually a joke. I mean, he did very little of anything to help the hostages. It was really the Canadians who actually helped get the hostages out. And because of that, it won the Oscar because it made Jimmy Carter, who was a liberal weenie and a liberal asshole, I have to say it, because they did it that way, and won the Oscar. In Zero Dark Thirty's case, actually most of the time who was President Bush, and most of the techniques were under his watch. So that's why it also didn't win. And also not only that, but it was Maureen Sheen and Ed Asner, who was two liberal jackasses, put in a my way, not no, put in a nice way. They actually were campaigning against this movie. They actually called up just about every person who voted for the Oscars not to vote for it. And the reason why they told them not to vote for it was because at the beginning of the movie, the first 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes, you actually had torture scenes in there. You saw one particular terrorist, Muslim terrorist that was captured, being waterboarded. In the beginning of the movie, being tortured. There was anything one part where the prisoner, the terrorist, his pants was taken down, and of course how he was tortured. And of course, the guy who was torturing him says, "You lying to me, I hurt you." And they were torturing, putting a dog collar on, put him in a box, a small box like about like so big. And of course, because of scenes like that, people will complain about the torture scenes. And because, oh my God, they show torture in this movie. But unfortunately, it was a part of the story. And if the CAA didn't torture these terrorists, and that's what they are, terrorists. These terrorists, I have to say it right now, these terrorists wouldn't give second thought of torturing people that are captured, like ISIS. They beheaded people. Anybody that they captured, they beheaded. So they don't get any sympathy on me when I'm seeing a movie that's doing, in this movie who gets tortured. Besides that, these are actors. They have emergency people on standby in case something does go wrong. So it's not, you use all the safety precautions in this particular in the film to protect the actors. So even though it is obviously a show for the movie, but they're all protected in the movie, so it's a little ridiculous to complain about it. Of course, the other controversy from the film, which was just blown off with the torture scenes. The other thing that people were complaining about was that Catherine Bigelow somehow got confidential information from the CIA files and from the federal papers, and she used that information that was in there for scenes in this movie. I don't know which ones in particular. None of the bonus features on the DVD goes into that, and where she did. So you get, I guess maybe because if she did put that in, if Catherine Bigelow put that in the bonus features, she probably would have gotten into trouble for it. So I guess I can understand why it was not in there. But I feel that it's ridiculous that Catherine Bigelow got basted over this, and this movie didn't. I think this movie might have gotten awards for the editing, the sound mixing, and some of the technical stuff, but it should have gotten won all the awards that it was nominated for in the Oscars. I still feel it got screwed. I refuse to see Argo because that movie did not deserve to win. I'm sorry for all you Ben Affleck fans in there, even though now he's been screwing his nanny. He's proven that he's having sex with his nanny, the piece of liberal crap. Uh, it's a movie that got royally screwed at the Oscars. It's a damn shame. This movie deserves all the praise of God for showing all this, for going into the story because I feel like it should be told, it should be shown on television. I think most recently the FX and the FXX um, cable channels have been showing this movie most recently, but I feel like it should be shown on regular television. Hell with all this crappy reality shows like The Bachelorette, all that stuff. Put Zero Dark 30 on sometime, and people should realize because the 14th anniversary of 9/11 is coming up in no more than a month. This thing should be shown. In my personal opinion. Well, thanks for watching my review of Zero Dark 30. Please check out this movie if you haven't. Uh, please feel free to rate this video. Please feel free comment on it. Please subscribe to my channel and please follow this video on the Facebook pages. And also you can check out all my videos not only on my YouTube channel but also on WDY.com. That's all WDY, C.com. Check out my videos on there, and as well as all my videos on my YouTube channel. And on a personal note, a neighbor of mine who had been having some trouble recently died this week, and all I can say is now you're gonna burn in hell, Jimmy Hellman. If you happen to be viewing this somewhere, you know, in another life, I know your soul went down there, not up there, because you were a piece of shit, and I'm glad you you died. I felt sorry for your daughter, but I'm glad you died. You son of a bitch, for what you've done to me personally. I'm glad you did. You piece of garbage. That's what you are. And I'm glad you're the one who's burning right now down in hell right now. And may your name and memory be obliterated, and may the name of the wicked rot. I'm sorry I had to go on a personal note there. Um, I'm sorry I had to do that. I had to vent that piece of garbage out of my system. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.